destination is on the right.
Hello.
Hello.
Yeah. Hitch.
Yeah, Hitch.
Do we call you that or Trevor or?
Whatever sounds easier to you.
Yeah, Trevor is fine.
Okay. What's your name?
Eli. My name is Eli.
Eli?
Eli, yes. And I'm not the owner. Owner is right there, but I will be doing your bike fitting today.
Oh, bike fitting. All right, cool. All right, sounds good. Have you fitted? Yeah, I'll take the trailer off.
It won't fit, but it's okay. Yeah.
Have you done a bike fitting for a touring bike?
Touring bike.
Because
Well,
it's probably different than like.
a bit different, yeah. Well, we can do a touring fitting, I think. Our software should have an option for that.
Oh, okay,
but
cool.
if not, we will do a normal road fitting, but with a more relaxed riding position.
Geometry, okay,
so
cool.
It won't be too aggressive.
Okay. All right, so guys, the first thing on our list today is we're getting a bike fitting done. For like a bike feels comfy, but might as well see what the software says. All right, I'm gonna take the trailer off, and then we can wheel it in and get going. Yeah. Okay. All right. This will take a second.
Do you want some help or?
No, it should be okay.
Okay. Well, I have to do some things inside.
And I'll just push it in. Yeah. Okay.
push it in.
I'll see you in a minute. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you. We're actually waiting on two customers. They will bring their bikes for some service.
Okay.
But they will come through here, but it should be fine. Just in case, giving you a heads up that we might have to move a bit because.
Oh yeah, no, it's
a bit
not a worry. It is a full shop here.
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay.
So, yeah, I've never done a bike fitting, so I don't know how that works. I've just, I don't know, gone off a feel.
Koval tipped $100. Thank you. Hashtag West.
It's okay to go off of a feeling.
Yeah.
But we usually recommend to do this type of fitting before you buy a bicycle to make sure that you get the correct size.
Okay.
Of course. That's the most important part, and after that we can adjust the bicycle.
Just small adjustments. Yeah.
To how the rider feels and to optimize power output to make you ride faster.
Okay. Cool.
But today we will mainly focus on comfort.
Yeah.
Obviously.
That's the goal. Yeah.
Because, well, you won't be aero. You have so many bags on your bike.
Oh yeah.
So.
Not aero, and I'm real heavy, so all the roadies with their 10-pound bikes. Yeah, I got like a 100-pound bike, so.
Yeah. But this is our shop here in Rovaniemi near Jätkänkynttilän silta, the bridge over there. And actually we get a lot of long distance riders.
I would think so. Yeah.
Like they ride to North Cape or from there back. They usually stop by here, and we try to help them whenever we can.
And that's been something I've noticed through touring is, say, like my first bike tour was during COVID and everyone was trying to bike, so bike shops were like, to book a service was like months.
Yeah.
But if I was touring, like I was going across Canada and I'm like 3,000 kilometers into a tour and I'm like, my bike's broken, I'm on a tour, can you help? And they're always very kind to help someone that's like on a tour like that, because it's a little time sensitive.
It's almost everyone wants to help out when you're just passing through, but for us also we are fully booked basically till end of June or this month.
Okay, so
we are quite busy.
Yeah.
That's why we do this here in this morning. So we
before the shop opens. Yeah. No, I appreciate you coming or opening up the shop early for me.
Well, actually we are always here doing our service. Yes, yeah.
Like 24 hours?
No. I mean, from 10 o'clock to...
Well, sometimes it's...
Yeah, when we are super busy, we'll walk around the clock, so...
He just works you real hard.
Yeah.
24-hour shifts, 7 days a week.
Basically, yeah. Okay,
cool.
Should we get started?
Yeah, we can get started. I should take like my handlebar bag off and stuff here.
One question, how about the music? Is it okay?
Oh, it's fine,
if we play the music? That's
fine, no. And it's just subtle background and everything, so that's not a problem.
Oh, okay.
I just want to thank one person. Kovu, thanks for the $100 for Team West. Right, today we're voting on which route to take through Finland, heading south from here, like a central, eastern, or western route. I think there's one more. We kind of like came up with a couple different options, and people are voting to send me which direction they want to.
Okay. So first things, you can take the bags off, but then we will start with your measurements.
Oh, I get measured?
Yeah.
Alright, cool.
So helmet off, and
Yeah.
outer layer off, and shoes off.
Yeah. Can I take my sandals off? My fashion sandals?
How long have you had the bike for?
2020. 5 years. It's like been ridden enough that pretty much nothing is stock on the bike except for the frame and the fenders, I think, is about
You have changed quite a bit.
like everything. As I think it's got like 30,000 kilometers on it. And I've made some weird customizations. Aero bars, but I took the bars off and just used these pads to sit upright to stretch my bag. Oh, shoes.
Do you mind if we move your bike over here for?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Just in case if somebody
Oh yeah.
is bringing their bike soon.
Cool.
Alright.
Gloves, I don't need these right now.
So you never had a fitting before?
No.
Right. Yeah. Okay. So most important part is to be relaxed,
Okay.
but have good posture.
Okay.
Don't. The most basic mistake is when we take your height, you inhale fully and
Yeah.
be really tall, but that
Yeah.
will fuss up the measuring. But
Okay.
you can stand on the plate
But I'm gonna,
where your
Try and-
feet are marked.
people can see what I'm doing here.
Yeah.
Oh, you guys are gonna know my height.
Yeah.
Not 6'10". All right.
This is actually makes you a bit shorter than
Oh, does
usually.
it?
Yeah. Let me take this right there. And now with your heels back against the stop,
Yeah.
with good posture, stand straight. So you are 177.7 centimeters tall.
There you go, guys. It's official.
Based on this, but obviously if you stand against a wall and inhale, then you are a bit taller.
Okay. Is
You
that
can-
that's it here?
Yeah, you can get back on the
Oh,
same
back on.
position. We will take 2 more measurements in this position, so you
Okay.
can just stay there. That's good. And next up, can you lower your zipper a bit?
Yeah.
We will get right here. I will poke you with this metal stick.
Do I lean forward?
No.
Oh, you'll
It's
poke
okay.
me, okay.
Yeah, I will poke you with it.
Okay.
And I will ask you to exhale and then hold your breath, because when you exhale, this part moves a bit lower,
Okay.
but not fully, like basic.
Just kind of a normal
Yeah,
exhale. Okay.
Normal exhale. But I will tell you why.
Okay. All right.
And this might feel a bit uncomfortable.
Oh yeah, it's a weird spot to poke.
Yeah. And now you can exhale. There we go. And now for your feet length. It's a bit cramped, but we will manage. Yep.
216 viewers.
Hello Raiders, I'm getting bike fitted right now. Thank you for the raid.
Now you can step off for a bit. Next we will get your inseam with this pole. Basically you will go to the same position but with your toes on the stop.
This way? We're turning around? Okay.
Turn around like 180 degrees. And now you will grab the
pole underneath me?
Yeah, with your left hand on the front and your right hand in the back. And you will pull it to your seat bones, and the pressure should feel about the same when you sit in your saddle. But be sure to make sure your feet are placed neutrally and your weight is distributed equally. So when you pull it up, you don't accidentally do this. Because that will make your inseam higher. Yeah.
You guys can see the inseam part. This one's getting more intimate. Alright. Right? Left?
Left on the front.
Left on the front.
Yeah, it doesn't actually...
Probably doesn't matter, but like, you know.
Make it easier for me to read the measure.
Okay, so.
And make sure your feet are planted.
So normal amount of bike pressure. I'm more upright, so I put a decent amount of pressure. I don't know.
Yeah, that should do it.
Okay.
Now is the most difficult part.
Okay.
We will measure your arm length.
Okay.
It's a 2-point measurement. We will have you hold the bar. I will show you first how to do it. Okay. You will do it only on this side. Okay. But I will show you from here. You will grab the this part of the handle. Yeah. And your shoulder should stay about here. Okay. And then I will do this. Measure both places at the same time. Yeah. And your arm should have a small natural bend to it. Okay. And your wrist will be straight. I will make sure of it. So don't worry about it. Yeah. And fully grab it, not just a bit,
full grip.
But full and from here. Yeah. And other way around for the other hand, same point, like this. Yeah, just facing it. It doesn't matter if you're a bit sideways because well, it will compensate with
makes sense. Yeah.
And I will get your measuring point from here by lifting your arm a bit, so don't freak out. So you can stand like this over there.
And then lift it.
Yeah, and about there. Move a bit more forwards. You will have to get really close to the banner, so okay. And now let go for a second. Get the measuring point. Right there. And now grab it a bit more backwards, right there. Small bend to the arm, wrist like that. And now hold still, please. I will tell you when it's okay to move. Okay. Yeah, that should do it.
Good.
Now you just switch arms. A bit more forwards, right there. And get a comfortable position, it doesn't really matter where. Wrist a bit more straight. Let's see, do I find this easily? No. Let go for a second. Okay. Now grab it. That's right, small bend. And now stay still, please. That's right.
Okay.
Now you can let go. Lastly, we will get your shoulder width. Please stand about there.
Yeah.
And move your shoulders backwards and forwards. And then place your hands right like this.
Yeah.
This might feel a bit uncomfortable for a second.
It's alright.
Is the microphone?
Oh, is that in the way?
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah. Don't want to make anyone lose their hearing because I touched the microphone on accident. That's good.
Yeah. I want to thank the raid. I didn't even hear the name. Colleen Dauncey Music. Thanks for the raid. Sorry.
Yeah.
Is this empty? Oh, it is. One second, gotta grab a battery.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you need, there's a full working charging port there. If you
Oh, okay.
take power out of it.
Oh, that's all good. That's what the big solar panel's for. I just use it to charge
Yeah, okay.
all my other little batteries. All right, cool. Sorry.
So here's your. We can expose it like this or
I'll
however you
just
want.
spin it around here.
Yeah. These are your measurements, starting with your height, shoulder width, and then your arm lengths. We have a small difference, about 1 centimeter, but that's really typical and is also within margin of error. So it might be measuring error, or you might have a small difference.
Okay.
But in a nutshell, your inseam length with your feet length will determine your saddle height and affect your saddle setback, and of course it will also affect your stack height on your bike.
Okay.
And your upper torso length with your arm length will affect the reach of the bike.
Okay.
Basically.
Cool.
And next, we will calculate the optimal cycling position. We do have a trekking.
No, you do? Okay.
Yeah. And now we just have to choose a riding style. So basically, leisure is like fully relaxed riding position, and exercise moves a bit more to the endurance cycling, like long distance, and you want to have some aero benefit from it. So basically, for you, leisure should be just fine because you're not looking for
we're not.
benefit. So
there's no. Okay, I'm speed only downhill.
Yeah. And there, if you were to have millions and millions of euros, you can say to a bicycle manufacturer, build me a bike like this, and that should
with those
be,
exact. Okay.
That should be super close to your optimal cycling position, and that's your optimal reach and stack.
Okay.
For this type of bike and riding style, these will vary between riding styles and bike types. So this won't be accurate for like road cycling or mountain biking. So you would have to get a different fitting, not measurement, but we would have to select it.
I'm curious how my natural positioning I made on the bike, how close it is to that.
Yeah, we will definitely see. That's a
Kona Sutra, yeah.
Sutra. Do you know the year?
2019.
We might be able to find it. We have a database of over 2 million bicycles.
Oh, okay.
So
playing some good music too. Yeah, a Kona Sutra or Karma Sutra, one of the two.
they don't have the 2019 version.
They don't update it that much, so it's probably pretty similar to the 18 or 20.
Which one do you want to pick? I don't think there's too much of a difference, but
yeah, I don't think they changed the geometry really.
It should be the 2018 one then, because if they didn't change it, so usually they put every year and model, but this is data based on the brands. If they don't send the data, then we don't get it. So
okay, yeah, should be fine.
Let's go with that one. Do you know the size of your bike?
54 centimeters.
Actually, it's too short for you.
Too short? I need a bigger one?
Yeah.
What I need?
In terms
56?
of reach.
Oh, reach, yeah.
But in terms of stack, it's too tall. Basically, none of them fit you correctly.
Oh my god! Yeah.
But that doesn't mean that the bike is bad for you.
Yeah.
Because with a stem, saddle height, and everything in correlation, you can get the riding position
so
really close.
Is my reach too far or too short? Sorry.
It's too short.
Because I shortened it like in 2019 because I was like hunched over and then I pulled it in.
Yeah.
So.
But if we use the given optimal report, we can check how close are you to this one.
Okay.
So that will be the only one that affects your cycling position.
Yeah. Okay.
We do the fitting based on this, not the actual calculated frame size.
Okay.
Let me download the report and we'll get started.
This is the bike we're talking about here. New bike and tent today. That's breaking the budget, guys. Also, when I bought this bike, it was like $1,700 Canadian, and now they're almost like $3,000. And they don't really change anything each year. Same bike.
Just a second, I will print it out.
All right. Still got the bar end shifters, where you just push these to shift. Still the standard drop bars. Happened to the bike? Oh, we're doing a sponsored bike fit for funsies. But it's wrong size. Apparently I'm supposed to be on a 56 centimeter bike. Maybe? Look like a bike tour. I got my 40% DEET holstered and ready. 56 is very big. That's what I thought. Oh, but he said too small based on the reach, I think. $177 centimeters, 0.7. Don't forget the 0.7. What happened? I'm getting an e-mountain bike. They're saying I should lengthen the reach, like have this come out further out here. But I don't really want to be hunched, moreover. 5'9", not even 5'10". I just measured myself. I'm 5'10 3/4. He said that it underestimates your height because you're like not supposed to be doing full leg posture. Alright, so I'm still 5'10 3/4. Still 5'10 3/4. No, I wasn't wearing shoes. Don't lie. Let's see, they got a cool helmet. Try fitting a recumbent? Oh, I'm like, did you see a recumbent? You just mean like they're more particular on sizing. My helmet's like falling apart. I'm like, I should probably get a new one. I really like my POC helmet. Not that I need to get the exact same brand of helmet, but I might just get the exact same one, just not broken. Well, not all beat up. Haven't all your Korea cycling VODs? Twitch deleted them all. Because they deleted all VODs.
I don't know what happened before, but now that I run it again, it's saying that it's actually like this, not all red like it was before.
Oh, okay.
So this is how it should look like. I was a bit confused why it showed that every one of them was a mismatch. That's really rare, but it sometimes happens. But 54 is a bit large for you.
Or is it? Yeah, 54. Yeah.
Should be closer.
Yeah.
But now it's not loading the model.
Because I was curious when I got it if I should have gotten a 52. So that's not that surprising. Because I was gonna say 56 sounds real big.
Why isn't it loading it? There's the model is missing for some reason.
But you can see the numbers, or
it's we can see what's the correct size, but with the model here we can see how much it's smaller.
Oh, okay, okay.
Like with the stack and reach, but let me just go forwards once. We sometimes get really bad internet here, so that might be part of it.
Okay. I thought Finland had always good internet.
Well, not
because it was the first country that had like internet as a human right or something like that. And that's what people told me. Maybe I'm lying. I feel like I've occupied the shop. I feel like I just have my crap. Behold, my stuff and my sandals. Okay, but speaking of sandals, they have clips. Powering off and on again. I told you guys it's not an e-bike, no power. All power.
I can't get it to work, but we get the theoretical model here.
Okay.
The 54 was a bit large for you. In terms of like stack height, basically. So it's a bit tall. But it doesn't really matter because it just means that you can more easily get into a relaxed riding position, so more upright, basically.
Okay.
But that's it.
Okay.
We will try to match the saddle handlebar drop as closely as possible, but 8mm is quite little, so depending
I got more
on
than
where
that,
you want to ride from on the handlebars, we can determine the point where you want the drop to be. Most commonly it's just where the lever starts, the brake lever. And also get the length of the bike correctly. And the one that matters is the longer one because it's from the saddle to the actual riding position. So that one, and also saddle height.
Okay.
And saddle setback from this page. Right there. So the distance from the saddle to the bottom bracket.
Okay. Yeah. So now we kind of measure these and see how they compare, and then adjust a little bit. And see.
But if there are like huge differences, I don't recommend that we do them because if you are
if I'm used to this,
so
I currently don't have any major pain, so
if we change it too much, it might be uncomfortable to ride.
But I'm curious how out of the quote unquote ideal it is.
Can we move the bike here, and I will move this post out of the way.
Yeah, if you can remove the bike. Thank you.
This here? Yeah.
Right here is good. Right.
Plug in this phone. It's at 15%.
saddle is measured like everything that is measured from the saddle is measured here, the 80 millimeters width part. But with this type of saddle, it's a bit more forwards because it's so wide. So basically, it could be a bit more back because you actually sit here, not here. So, but we will.
This is more designed for like the thinner, lighter road saddles.
Yeah. But we will use this dedicated spot. First thing that we do is to make sure the saddle height is correct.
Sure.
Because everything will affect everything.
Yeah.
If the saddle is lower, higher, it will affect the length, the saddle setback also. But saddle height is also quite personal. So, and depending on how accurately we measured it, it will say it's quite right, or it should be higher or lower. But if the difference is more than 3 centimeters, then we should probably remeasure it, just in case. Or you are just riding with a wrong positioning. But 723 millimeters is the correct height.
Does that factor in like your shoe?
Yeah. It uses a. Actually, we have to make sure that you have the crank length is correct. You have a bit longer crank. The recommended length is 170. And you have 175, so a bit longer. But we will take that into account when using this. So the saddle height should be at that bit. And then it also uses a average stack height on the pedal and shoe. I think it's 16 millimeters usually, but you don't really notice that much of a difference either way. So, but everything will affect everything. So it could be a bit lower based on that, but let's see how much you have it. I think we should do a quick remeasure of your inseam, just in case, because it's saying that your saddle is way too high.
Yeah, we can measure it.
Let me check what was your inseam. Yeah, let's go here.
I had to shove it up there more.
You didn't do it hard enough.
I don't know how hard to shove it up there, you know?
About the same as... No, I don't. You can just come here.
Oh, I could go over there. Okay, that works. Alright, I'll be right back.
It should feel about the same as when you sit in the saddle.
This way.
Left hand front, right back.
The thing is, it's just like not shaped like my saddle, so I don't know.
Well, as high as you can just physically lift it without doing this. Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
We will have to alter the measurement because that's quite a bit different. About 2 centimeters higher, so.
Oh, okay. See, I really need to shove it up there.
Yeah, that's one of the key points when doing a fitting, and that's why I wanted to do it. Because usually, basically everyone doesn't pull it high enough, or they pull it too high, and they do this with their feet, and then the saddle is way too high.
Yeah, I think it's like a mental hiccup. Like you get like this metal pole, and you're just like pulling it up in an intimate place, and you're like, all right, let's keep it on the easy side.
Yeah, sometimes we push it up a little bit, but usually the customer raises their heels off the ground. So
if you push it, because then they're getting like picked up,
Basically, we just do it this way. If we get too lower saddle height, then we just remeasure and tell them to.
Okay,
more.
That is a fast measurement, so.
And this actually, in some cases, might affect the frame size, because it will basically affect the stack height. So now if we have this bike too tall, it might be a bit closer.
Oh yeah, because this said 52 is probably a better size for me, but if I got 2 centimeters extra.
Length, yeah.
But we're not necessarily actually making adjustments, we're seeing how close to it is we are, and then we can decide. Because like, maybe the reason why I like having these aero bars, which are not aero bars because I took the bars out, I usually just rest my hands on here. Maybe it's because my stack height's too low. And if the bars were just a little higher, then it would be more comfy.
Urheiluhullu.
Then I don't even need them. Although I still like them because I can just like fully stretch up.
Yeah, it's a bit different now. Everything changed.
Yeah.
747. Your saddle might still be a bit high, but it's closer.
10 aika aamulla tuolta varaudun jättämään, että siinä on 2 huoltoa, 1 bike fitti, niin kun ne on käyttänyt sen jälkeen kyllä. Varma puolen päivän maissa.
I often need to change the drivetrain whenever a bike shop tells me I need it.
So just a bit, not much.
Like a centimeter or something?
About 5 to 8 millimeters.
Oh, okay, so minimal,
not much,
yeah.
But definitely something that doesn't really make that much of a difference. So it would be easy and recommended to lower it.
Just, yeah, 5 to 8 millimeters.
Yeah.
And that's an easy adjustment. Okay. So that's saddle height.
That's saddle height, yeah. And let's see the full-on length next. Just as a starting point, because before the actual length, we should set the setback.
Oh, okay.
Correctly, because obviously if you move it, it will change. So you ride from where most of the time?
Oh, mostly in the hoods, but sometimes this is just my upright stretch position, so mostly here, yeah. Get the squeaky noise fixed? Yeah, we did get the squeaky noise fixed. The issue is we don't know exactly what it was because he did like 8 different things and one of them fixed it, so.
Right now, the length is actually quite spot on.
Okay,
it's
that's good.
700 millimeters and it's more or less 700. Depending on...
Yeah.
Coffee?
Oh, actually, yeah, I'd take a coffee.
How about you?
No, thank you.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
As you can see, it's about 70 centimeters. So
oh, okay, yeah, okay, that's good.
about there.
Yeah.
Obviously, depending where I hold the handlebars. But it's usually we prop the bike up with 2 stands, but because you have your fenders and racks,
it doesn't work the same.
It will make a bit more difficult. So if you don't mind, I will ask your help to keep the bike.
Next
when we
direct me and I'll help you wherever I can.
Thank you. We have a dedicated bike fitting studio in Halkipudas, Oulu, where we use a laser and have a bit more equipment. But here we just use levels to roughly estimate it. There will thus be a little bit of a difference. Not by that much, but it will make a huge impact. So just hold it as straight as you can. This might take some time. I will need to make a mark on your frame where your center line.
Oh no, not my perfect frame.
Yeah.
I'll put with milk, please. Thank you.
Well, I leave it or
that's fine.
Take it by yourself.
I appreciate it.
That's actually quite close. Just a bit longer, I will make the final mark. And that should be
It's good.
really close to the actual bottom bracket center line. Yeah, now you can put it down for a second.
Okay.
And have a coffee break.
Coffee. Do you not drink coffee or you had coffee?
No, not really. I don't drink coffee.
Are you sure you're finished?
Yeah.
Okay. Because
really just hadn't gotten around to drinking coffee.
That's fair.
Everyone around me does.
I know.
The guys here are really particular with their coffee.
Thank you. Thank you.
We have this one guy that we actually have 4 different types or 4 different ways of making coffee here.
Here?
Yeah. Some of our customers actually joke that we are the best coffee shop in the town because we have so many different types of coffee. This one guy orders the beans from some person. They're like super high quality and quite exotic. So usually some of our customers just come here to drink coffee basically.
Do you like sell coffees to
No, we just offer it. Just sometimes we like this. We ask.
You could turn it into a bike shop / coffee shop. You know, you have like an actual coffee shop stand, you pull in espresso shots.
Yeah.
Wait, what are the 4 ways you make coffee?
Sorry?
You make coffee 4 ways?
Yeah.
What?
Basic Mokka Master.
Yeah, the basic Finnish Mokka Master, and then we
Mokka
got
Masters are good.
Nescafe Dolce Gusto machine, and then we have also our, what is the Italian made of bread? Yeah, I don't know the English name for this one. But if we want to make espresso...
Oh, a mocha pot. Mocha pot, I think?
Mocha pot, yeah. I think that is... We make our own beanies with this one, and then we have also...
Yeah, I'm coming back.
We can use it like this one.
Oh, a French press, okay, yeah.
From beanies
here
and put it our this.
Yeah, okay. You take your coffee
So
seriously.
we have different kind of ways
Yeah,
to make our
yeah,
coffee
you do.
over here.
But like, yeah, Finns are known for their interesting coffee.
Yeah.
Right, anyway.
Some might say that coffee is our passion.
I've heard. I've drank a lot of coffee since I've been here.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Now that we've got that out of the way. Coffee. Go. So this was measuring the middle of my, or like?
Yeah, the bottom bracket center line about, because this part isn't perpendicular to the ground.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
It's not straight.
Yeah, okay.
So there is some error,
yeah,
but it's really, really close.
Mm-hmm.
And now we just measure, I make this mark right there.
Yeah.
The distance from there to, yeah.
Okay.
Basically.
Do you want me to hold it again, or is this?
In a second, yeah.
Okay. Oh yeah, the coffee. That's how they work 24 hours straight.
Always is good time for a good coffee.
All day, every day?
Yes.
Do you guys know, is there a good place to get like breakfast in town? Now it's coming up to lunchtime, but like...
If you want something like, I don't know, really special and a bit expensive, you could go to Sky Hotel on top of
Sky Hotel.
Yeah, or Arctic Lights Hotel, definitely very good breakfast.
Okay.
Okay, the
But
timetable, I think
yeah,
we don't have to
it'd be too late for
anymore.
breakfast now? Yeah, okay.
But it might be a bit difficult for you to get
Bring
your Kia all the way.
Up to the Sky Hotel?
Yeah.
No, that's a little bit uphill
Yeah.
with that kind of gears.
Oh, is it? Oh, it's like on top of a hill?
Yeah, on top of the...
Ah,
Oh, that.
I did the whole coast of Norway. It's fine. I did the fjords all day long. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
Walk then.
Yeah, I just go real slow.
Yeah. Now, if you don't mind holding the bike.
Okay. You sent Tanya? Did you send me food places? I didn't read it. Probably ignored that message.
As still as you can. Yep.
Okay.
Your shuttle should be further back, I think, yeah. You have a setback of about 180 millimeters here, but when you actually ride, the point where your seat bone sit is more further back. So technically, it's closer than we measured because we measure all the way
from here.
Yeah.
You can see where my sit bones are because that's the leather saddle thing. You can see.
Yeah.
That's the shape of my ass.
Yeah. Basically, yeah. So we can move it a bit more backwards, not by much.
As I said, the rails are
railing, because
they bow out, so there isn't.
Yeah. But it's up to you. Basically, when we move it back, it will technically make the bike longer feeling.
Yeah.
If you have reduced your stem length before.
Yeah.
Right now the length is just right.
Yeah.
Basically.
Okay, so then that will make it okay.
But in terms of power production, like pedaling and stuff, the setback should be a bit more.
And then there's also a factor, like if it's too far forward, then when you're pedaling, like I don't know, like how your leg is bent as you're pedaling is the issue.
Also, the crank length is a big
okay.
right here.
Yeah.
There's a bit of a correlation between the crank length and setback.
Yeah.
If you have the crank length is too long for this fitting, and the setback also affects the crank length basically, or the crank length affects the setback. So basically, it's just where your knee and toes, like ratio of how much knee over toe you get, basically.
Because, yeah.
So if your saddle is way forwards, you might get knee pain, because it will put pressure on your knee. But in turn, you will get more power out of your legs because it activates your quads more, basically.
Okay, yeah.
But it should be somewhere around the middle, not too much forwards, not too much backwards, because then your ankle will get all mixed up.
Okay,
so basically there's a specific angle that your feet should have when pedaling.
Yeah.
So not too much toes down or too much heel down.
Yeah, it's just a little bit forward.
But with this fitting, we don't really touch on that because most of the time it's about there. It should be close enough.
Yeah.
This is the first step in bike fitting, basically the static fitting. We get the bike as close as possible, and then you can get a 3D fitting where you actually cycle the bike.
Okay.
It,
yeah.
We basically use a camera to detect the angles.
And that's in Oulu?
Actually, we don't currently offer that service because it's quite expensive.
Oh, because you need all the lasers
and the software licenses.
Yeah. Oh, just software. Okay, I didn't even consider that.
And usually people don't really need it because this works.
This gets close enough.
But we have a 3D pedaling analyzer in Oulu. Where we touch more on the pedaling dynamic of the rider and make adjustments based on that. Yeah.
People said Oulu's like the cycling capital of Finland. Like.
Well, yeah, you could say so.
And then apparently it's got like the most bike paths or something. Or
they do. They have excellent bike tracks. I was actually working in Oulu, Alkupudas.
Oh, you were? Okay.
4 months ago. We did a test trial how much traffic we could get there.
Oh yeah.
But now it's closed for the time being.
Yeah. Alright, cool. So that's one adjustment we could make.
Yeah, we could. We actually, when we lower the saddle, it will affect the saddle setback, but just a tiny bit.
Oh, because it's angled. It's angled. Yeah. Okay.
Put down, it goes.
But how much is it saying I should be? Like, is like a centimeter, 2 centimeters?
3. Actually.
Okay, so
So quite a lot. But when considering this measuring point is so.
And then I'm back here.
Then, with like typical saddle, the measuring point is around here somewhere where your actual seat bone sits. So.
And you can see where my sit bones are.
So we should maybe just a bit. There isn't much room.
No, there isn't. So you wouldn't have 3 centimeters to play anyway.
Not even maybe get 1 centimeter. It's quite backwards already. So and there isn't just much room to make adjustments. But what I recommend is to lower the saddle a bit and move the saddle back a bit.
Yeah, we can try that.
Just how much we can get out of there. But before that, we should check the drop.
Yeah, sure.
To handlebar drop. It also changed when we changed your length. Because it's basically from your saddle to here, the difference in height is the drop. So when previously it said I was lower, then the drop is smaller.
Okay.
And now it was about 20 millimeters, I think. Was it?
I think I got a few inches of drop here.
Yeah. And now, depending on where you want it, with our laser, it's measured directly to the center of the handlebar. But I usually, anyways, measure it somewhere on top of the handlebar because that's where you actually are riding from. So most commonly, it's where the brake lever starts, about there. But if you were to have your arrow sticks, then we could also do it here. But do you want it here? Or?
No, I think this is my most common riding position.
If you don't mind, keeping the bike up again.
Bike's not broken down, we're just getting a bike fit.
move your hand a bit, if you please. Right there. So if you, in future you want to get other measurements or by yourself, then measure in the same position.
Yeah.
Actually might be quite close. Yeah, 30 millimeters of drop, so it could be higher. Just 1 centimeter higher.
1 centimeter higher. Okay. Because
that's actually, well, depending on who you ask, is quite a bit, but basically, with you, I don't think it's that much, but it's just something to consider.
Because I'd be curious to try the different stack height or whatever, because
well, we have a
spacer. Is it
a adapter that will make it
a little higher? Okay.
If you want to try it, we can of course do it. And also, when we change the height, it will also change the length because of the angle. But
so bring it closer, and it's already within.
If we make it up, it comes closer. But for about a centimeter's change, it's not even something you can measure. It's about 1 millimeter or less in change.
Oh, okay. So that is
length, so it doesn't really matter.
Kind of, because we were within margin of error.
Basically. And if we move the saddle backwards, it all cancels out basically. So
because that's going to go down a little bit, pushing it forward, but then we're going to push it back, pushing it back, and this is going in, pushing this back. So it'll probably be about the same.
It might not change at all. Basically.
Just with a slightly different dimensions as far as stack height.
Yeah.
Okay. Or drop. Cool. Was there any other measurements in this, or those are the main ones we've done?
Those are the main ones. We can also determine handlebar width, but the trekking profile uses a flat bar. So one from there won't work. But basically, in road cycling and gravel riding, the handlebar width is based on your shoulder width. So basically, your shoulder width is your handlebar width, and you had was it 433? So that's quite spot on.
Okay.
I think your shoulder width was 433.
Oh, so pretty much exactly the same. Okay, that is the right.
Handlebar width, basically in gravel riding and mountain bikes, the reason why they are wider is to get more control over the bike. But in road cycling, there really isn't a need to go smaller than your shoulders, because you don't get any aero benefit because your shoulders obviously hit it.
But people think it looks cool.
Yeah, basically. And with these type of bars, we also check mobility. If you can hold it closer together, we can put them closer together, but there isn't really a need for it because your
if you can't do that,
the way, so you don't get any benefit from riding like this, even if you could. But basically, it puts more pressure on your. So maybe no need for it. Let me just put some of the measurements down that we have.
Sure. So I'll make some minor adjustments, but it's if I didn't like it. These are very easy things to change back to how I had them. But I'm curious. I'd like to try. Coffee. Forgot about it. It is good coffee though.
Record your saddle height if you want to change that.
Because on previous trips I had it measured, but on this one I lost the marks on my seat post, so I just kind of YOLO'd it and called it good. See, they use science to do all this stuff. I went with the fuck it, feels good enough approach. But apparently it's pretty close in most dimensions. So trial and error got us close.
All right. Now, if you want, we can put this.
Yeah, I'll take that off. Yeah. Let's take the snack bag off. If I can find the strap. Where's the end of this Velcro?
it's this type of part, I will give you a bit of a discount for it.
That's fine. But, yeah. You can charge retail. It's fine. Oh my god. Okay. Cool.
And also depending on your cable lengths, we cannot rise it too much.
Okay. I don't think they're that tight though.
To make them
1 centimeter?
Yeah, but basically, if we just put this right there, it will raise it about this much.
Yeah.
On default.
Oh.
But we will put some of the spacers out so we get it about there. But we will have to measure it a couple of times to get it right.
Yeah.
Because when we basically, if we rise it this much, it doesn't fully correlate to this much in actual height difference because the angle it's in like this direction.
Yeah.
So,
but it's fairly really, small because it's not that much of an angle.
But if we would really want to calculate it, we could use the the English version Pythagorean theorem.
Triangles and angles and stuff.
Of course, yeah.
A squared B squared equals C squared.
But let's pull your current stem off first.
Have you done a bike tour before?
Me?
Yeah.
No, not really. The longest I have ridden for, like, in one sitting is 86 kilometers.
Oh, okay. And then the riding you do is more like trail mountain biking?
Well, yeah, I have a gravel bike that I use as a road bike.
Yeah.
And I'm actually building my own mountain bike right now.
Oh, cool.
I'm waiting on some of the parts, like the new Shimano brakes that just came out.
Yeah.
Let's see if we can get it on.
Oh, I see how that, yeah.
Yeah, that's the problem with it. We can get it on, but I don't want to take your fork off to get it on. See if we can get it.
Because then, yeah, that's how I ship the bike too. So.
Yeah. We will have to.
Ah, I see it.
Maybe.
You need.
It's a bit tight on the brake caliper, so
okay.
we might need to take off your brake caliper to get it.
But then, like, say when I'm taking that off to put it in a bike box to ship it, would I have to do that as well? Because I ship the bike a lot, and it's annoying to kind of take the handlebars off because that's how we get it in there.
No, I don't think that will be a problem if we got the excess off. But
okay.
But basically, I would recommend that you, with this opportunity, you could try different heights.
Sure.
Before cutting it off. So.
Okay, yeah.
Basically, you would need to go to a shop before you can pack it, because it will be difficult to. Or if we run the brake cable from the front, it might be a bit easier.
And like in the future, I just have like slightly longer cables.
Yeah.
And then it wouldn't be a problem.
Because you have mechanical cables, you just basically ask them to make them longer to accommodate for the rise. Do you want to still put this on?
So what do we have to do to put it on? Oh.
There we go. These are your spacers, so I will put them there. So we could try. Well, we will need to take the caliper off.
Yeah.
And if it's okay, we can then route the cable from the front, it might give you just enough slack to get it off and on more easily without changing it.
Oh, just changing the routing on it.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine.
Bringing it forward because it's tight here.
Yeah.
So if it's here, then we get more room.
Okay.
But let's take it off and we will get to it. But after that, I will need to adjust your calipers again.
Niin, tai juotaan se kahvi, niin lähdetään hommaan. Mä otan pikkusen pienimmys välineen. Se oli vähän niinku mulla se ideologiakin, että tehdään mahdollisimman paljon.
Isn't try some upgrade to Dura-Ace for a touring bike? That'd be great. I do think, like, you know, my bike being bar end shifters is like kind of cool, but like drifters are just convenient. Because every time I shift, I gotta go down to the bottom of my drops. I'm riding up here and I'm like shift. We're going the distance. We're going for speed. Okay, let me bring this with me. Why did you get the drop shifters? They came with the bike. So this is a purpose-built touring bike, and the design ethos with touring bikes is durable, hence the steel frame, and easily repairable. So it's just parts that have been around for a long time and should be able to be found kind of anywhere. So it shouldn't break that much, but when it does break, it's easy to fix. And that's where the bar end shifters come in. Dura-Ace Di2 on a touring bike would be insane enough. It'd be kind of cool. It's just funny because you're like, what's the difference between the electronic 105 group set and the Dura-Ace in weight? Like a few hundred grams?
I'm not sure, but you get also a boost in performance.
Between the 105 and the Dura-Ace?
Yeah,
Is it?
yeah.
Okay.
You
like
get
just
better
efficiency?
bearings in the pulley wheels and well, all around better materials. So
You're saying I should get Dura-Ace.
It's better all around, but obviously the most important part is you can say that you have Dura-Ace. So obviously get it. And you get a better warranty for it. It's 3 years instead of 2.
Okay. All right. Is it? My road bike just has a bone stock 105, and I'm like, that seems good, but maybe I need Dura-Ace.
Are we talking about a mechanical or Di2?
Mine's mechanical, but they have a Di2 version now, don't they?
If we talk about mechanical, then Dura-Ace is way better. The shifter is way more accurate.
Is it? Oh
yeah,
shit!
So
okay.
you get better shifting, but if both are well maintained.
Yeah.
The difference that you notice is in weight.
Yeah.
You don't notice the weight.
Because that's mostly what I've heard is people are just like, the 105 group set is just like, it's the people's group set. It functions similarly like a Dura-Ace, but costs a fraction of the cost. But this bike is not a Dura-Ace or this is like essentially like a mountain bike. What's the goal here? This is a bike fit, so we're changing some dimensions on the bike to see if it is more comfortable. As the goal of this is not like aerodynamic performance efficiency, it is comfort, because I will never be aerodynamic on this bike. With all the panniers and the trailer and everything, it's just about comfort. hydraulic disc brake would be a nice upgrade. As long as my brakes are in fine form, like, I haven't had an issue with mechanical. Because I got that heavy trailer, and like, when I need to stop, I can stop. You just have to squeeze a little harder. Gotta make sure your grip strength is in good form.
Are you staying in Rovaniemi for the night, or are you going somewhere else?
Yeah, I'm staying here today because I spent most of my time in the Arctic and everything's very spread out. There's not much going on, but this is like pretty much a metropolis city now, so there's lots of stuff to try to do. So this is just my first activity of the day. This music is like middle school dance era. I remember. I was there. Because if you're watching after this, we'll probably figure out food because I haven't eaten yet today. And then we've got some stuff in the afternoon.
Chef Maria's at $5. Thank you. Have a great adventure. #NorthRoute1.
So I don't actually know. I need to learn the directions, like for northeast, southwest, because north is not north, or maybe it is. Back to the Arctic Circle. Chef Maria, thanks for the $5. Route 1. I need to know my own routes.
I was wondering why it didn't tighten correctly. I'm missing a spacer underneath.
Ah, I'll do it. You don't need to know anything. Close your eyes. See, but then when people are like, oh, what route do you want? You know, like when we did the Corning Redemption tour and you guys chose which direction to hitchhike, like, I usually had a preference, and there was people that wanted me to get what I wanted and people that wanted anything but what I wanted. You want none of the routes? Is that one of the options? Retire?
Oh, there we go. There we go.
You need me to hold it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see. I will. There again.
Yeah.
This was one.
Might change. Yeah, I plugged in the phone to recharge it, and sometimes that screws up the power input, which switches the mic.
Okay. So with this one, we cannot get it right. It will make it
too high.
Yeah.
So there isn't the 1 centimeter worth of variance.
We actually, you can put it down.
Yeah.
When we lower the saddle, and this, because it raises it about this much on default.
Oh yeah.
So we cannot just slam this instead of these because it won't tighten them.
Yeah.
So if we wanna rise it a bit, then you would have to buy a different type of stem with some rise to it.
I see. Okay.
We
Yeah.
also have those, I think. So if you want, we can try those, or just keep it the same.
Like this part.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stem. Yeah.
Do you have like a short one like that has some rise to it?
I think we do. Yeah.
Okay.
I will check.
How many centimeters? We're trying to do just a 1 centimeter increase in the height there, but the riser they have is too much. She's too thick.
Let's see.
At some point, I want to take my bike and like, I don't know, strip it down to the frame and like clean off the rust and there's like chipped off pieces of paint that I want to like at least remove the little spot rust and like retreat it. This bike's been with me on so many adventures. I feel like it deserves to be preserved. I like it looking rugged. I don't need to like fix all the imperfections. I just want it to not rust through the steel frame. Color, would you paint it? No, I don't. I don't mean strip it down to its bare metal. I mean just like get rid of all the gunk and rust and stuff, and I don't know. I feel like even having like the bare metal like just clear coated over so you can still see all the damage.
Do you remember how long your current stem is?
I got this like 5 years ago.
Because the one I have is
That's longer?
a bit longer.
Yeah.
That's a 50mm stem basically.
If we can't change it, it's not the end of the world. I just knowing that I like raising it 1 centimeter would
It doesn't really, if you haven't had any issues with it.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's more like curiosity. I'm like, will I notice a difference? Will that feel even better?
not really,
Because I don't
but
have any like back pain. I don't have any
see
major.
With this rise right now, it will not make it that much longer,
Yeah.
but it will rise it a bit because it has 17 degrees
Yeah.
rise. But
But I kind of like the reach, so
you just give
yeah,
it like
yeah.
this.
I think so for now.
You also, in some cases, you could just put one spacer beneath, but in your case, you don't really have that much leeway,
Yeah.
so I wouldn't do this.
Okay.
Because you have so much weight on the bike,
Yeah.
it will not tighten properly.
Yeah,
so better not take any chances.
Lowering the saddle effectively raise the handlebar. No, that's true. So we're rising or lowering the seat 5 to 8 millimeters, and then pulling the seat back on the rails just a little bit.
If I'm not mistaken, you had one spacer above the stem.
Honestly, I don't even remember. I
think you had,
Yeah.
but this here is still fine.
Yeah.
But no more. We will check
And make sure you'll.
any changes.
Okay.
But with this, we might get it closer.
Okay.
But any more than that is dangerous.
Because it just
In
won't.
a mountain bike or
It just won't be able to hold it, like grip it as tight. So like
so the beach balls won't
Yeah. Okay.
tighten properly.
Yeah.
So
Because already I've had it where I've tightened it and then I don't know. At some point it starts turning on me.
yeah. Well, that's not the most dangerous part. The dangerous part is that when you put so much pressure here, it will break off.
Oh.
Break.
Okay.
Yeah. Crack or something.
I didn't even consider that as an option.
For now, I will just put it loosely to measure it and make sure. And
Yep.
later we will make sure it's just perfect.
Flip the old stem for a raise. It's already on the raised direction, I think.
Can you hold it?
Yeah.
up? please. Thank you.
Oh, sorry.
I don't think that's any better. Yeah, no.
It's the same?
Same, you haven't had it right like
okay,
that, I
yeah.
think. But when we
was that mine?
Maybe this was on the...
I think that might have been on.
Yeah.
Can that go underneath? Or that would be too
much?
Too much, yeah.
Well, if you could put it, but I don't recommend it, so...
Yeah, okay, no, I will take your advice on that one.
Yksittäisiä päiviä, mutta joo, isossa mittakaavassa vähän niin kuin loma-onnitusi. Mä olin heti tuossa toukokuun loppukesäkuulla.
But now that we will lower the saddle a bit, it will affect the drop, so depending on how much we want to lower this, we will get it closer. But with 747, so 742, take the correct height. Yeah, it's 8 millimeters if we lower it.
Yeah, we try it. That's an easy thing to swap around.
But now with the seat lower, the drop gets a bit closer, but not that much.
Yeah.
Do you have some type of crease in your...
Yeah, because something was squeaking, so I just added something thinking it could have been that.
Do you have crease or proper...
Oh, no, I did not have the right, yeah.
Okay, let's change that, because it's moving so smoothly that's basically if we don't...
Crank it down, it can move, yeah.
Down, so.
They got mad at me for that, but I'm like, I was getting so annoyed by this creak, I was putting shit everywhere.
Did it fix it when you put it here?
No, I didn't. I took it into a shop and they greased everything that I couldn't grease, and something fixed it.
Oh, okay.
He's very disappointed in me. Fix it. Yeah. Lube is not grease. Whatever, it's fine. It was wax. It felt so smooth, you know?
There's this specific type of paste you can put there. It's carbon paste, but it
works for
more, friction, and it keeps the barrier to avoid of dust and water. So basically, it's way better than actual grease or any type of lubricant.
Because I just don't bring much with me. I just have like chain oil, and like that's pretty much it. So yeah, well, it's actually chain wax, but yeah. No, it wasn't Durex lube, alright? He used lard. Hey, if it works. Carbon paste adds friction? Yeah. And also, it's just good to have something there, right? Because, like, well, if you don't take your seat on and off for years, then that's how your saddle or your seat post gets fused to your frame, or, like rust in there or whatever.
Yeah, that's just
well, can you put some kind of like, or like, let me have some for the trailer? It has an articulation point and it starts to get squeaky.
regular grease or something.
Yeah, just regular, probably like a higher viscosity grease or something. He's even using a correct one for the correct Newton meters. Oh, sorry.
Now let's pull your seat a bit.
Sure.
There's not much room, but we will.
Can probably get a tiny bit. Yeah. Sorry, I know there's not much room to work back there with all the camera mounts and stuff.
It's just fine.
All right. Torque wrench, yeah, that's the word. I just don't have one, so I don't know the name. The bike is loving this. Well, mechanically, not much is going to be changed for the bike. Although the seat post, maybe the bike will like not having chain wax on the seat post. Mechanically, not much is changing. We're just changing the fit a little bit. Is the compass still in the bottom right corner, or has it been moved? Right now it doesn't really matter because there's no pip there. Although, I don't know how much we'll be riding today. Since you'd have it already fairly close to what feels good to ride. Yeah, no, like, I think all the dimensions of things that I've just ended up being comfortable to me after 5 years of riding are pretty close to what is scientifically ideal. Pretty close.
Right. Let's check where we at.
Sure.
And then I will put your caliper back on.
All right. Yeah, I need that.
I don't think this measurement really changed that much because
there wasn't room.
There wasn't room.
Yeah.
Let's check it anyways. Yeah, no, not really. About 2 to 3 millimeters, but it just could be my error.
Yeah, okay.
So
at that point, yeah, there just wasn't room on the rails, yeah.
Do the same. But that's quite good also, a bit longer than previously. Let's check the saddle height from the ground.
As the vote ends the stream today, pretty much. So we're letting you have all day to decide, to look at that document that we have that shows the different options for where we can go.
Now it's quite close.
Okay.
The drop is about 28, 27 millimeters. And
Yeah.
the correct one was 20. So
Oh, okay, so we are, yeah, quite close.
closer. The setback moved
A few millimeters. Yeah.
But basically the same.
Yeah.
The saddle height is lower, and the reach is about the same also. So
okay.
Length.
So the main one, yeah, is probably just the saddle height. It will be the most noticeable one, probably.
Yeah. But it's based on preference.
Yeah, so that's an easy one to adjust.
It's easy one to adjust for you.
Yeah.
Just pull it back up if you follow it.
Because that's all I've done on this trip is I just threw it up to what looks approximate, rode for a little bit, but like, no, I need a little bit more, adjust it. That's all I've done. So very unscientific method.
Yeah, because some people like it higher and some lower.
Yeah.
I personally ride it quite high.
Yeah.
I have some colleagues that ride theirs much lower.
Yeah.
So it's
no, I think I like it.
How much you want you need to stay in a bend.
And then like I ride enough that like if it's not right, like your body will tell you eventually because like you're just riding all day every day. So on previous trips I've had like some knee pain, and then usually it was just a saddle height thing, and then I changed it. Yeah. What are you playing for me? Jesus. Where's my speaker? It's right here. What is this? What is this? Hapomori, thanks for the fiber. Some Finnish tunes for this.
I will put your flight on the stand and put your telephone title up.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
And I will print you the correct one.
Okay. That was great. Hapomori with the vote for for Team West. Yeah. Yeah, the vote works for donations and bits. That's the two things it works for. Did your bike broke? No, we're just getting the bike fit. Which was it was interesting to me to know like what scientifically should be, or like what science says is the ideal position for all these different dimensions. And I was pretty close on most of them, but that was all purely from just like feel. Spent a lot of time on the bike, so I just have changed things a little bit here and there over time, and that got me pretty close. The biggest one was, saddle height was a bit higher than what science says, and my saddle was a bit further forward. But the saddle's about as far back as it can be based on the saddle I have. It's just putting my brake calipers back on. Against Route 4 was nice to see see more countries too. Yeah, I think Route 4 is like substantially longer than the other ones in Finland, so that would limit our other countries on this trip. But that is all something to decide upon, you know? Compass points hashtag don't correlate with the route numbers and real direction, but like none of them are north. And this is how the compass was set up, was for you guys to decide which cardinal direction, northeast, south, or west, for me to hitchhike. And we just still have it set up with that, northeast, south, or west. You just have to like look at your options. I wouldn't say it's misleading, it's just like you have to like not just blindly choose north thinking that's going to send me north. Or end the tour for a $10,000 option. Yeah, there you go. More tattoos. Hashtag compass points be removed, but that's how you vote. Like, that's how it's programmed to vote. You use, like, that hashtag north is how the whole thing is programmed to understand what direction you're choosing. We can, like, redevelop the whole thing. I don't think it would take completely redeveloping it, but, like, We're just doing this for one vote. What's all stuff that's being fixed, changed for bike? It's just a bike fit. So we've only changed some very small dimensions, but for the most part, the bike is mostly the same. My seat is like 8 millimeters lower. And I was just here, like I just got here and was talking when I got here, so I just want to re-acknowledge Kovu, if you're still here, with $100 for Team West. Thank you for that. You should get more of a thank you for $100. I was just like mid-conversation. See chat voting West so much. This vote has like another 12 hours in it. Like, just because like a couple people voted West doesn't mean we're going West. You ain't seen nothing yet if you think this is settled. Corning Redemption Tour, the votes got a little wild, and you could feel real confident that one direction is going to win, and then it changes. West is ugly and boring, then change it when we go somewhere else. Avoid the routes that mean you can't go to the Baltic countries. Like in theory, the longest one, what's it, 2,000 kilometers? We'll still have time to do a little bit, maybe. Want to see Mongolia? Me too, I'd love to go. Cool.
All set.
Bike set?
I routed it from the front because it looks better, I think, this way.
Okay.
I think it's meant to be routed that way. I don't know what was back there, but...
Okay.
Like
that works.
Yeah.
No, thank you for that. Thank you for the fit. I have like information if I find a different stem.
Give you this report.
Okay.
I will print it out for you so you can look at it, and
sure.
If you wish, you can.
Yeah.
In the future, make the changes as.
Sounds good.
Fit, yeah.
Check the helmet section. I was looking. I'm not sure. I just really like my helmet, even though it's destroyed. Okay, not destroyed. It's just looking rough. Can we upgrade the bell? Oh yeah. It doesn't even need to be here. I put it back here because there was a top tube bag that was in the way, and now it's just like awkwardly in my legs, and it doesn't need to be. The thing is, I think the screw's like stripped. I can ask them to like try to slide it up here though. They'll have better tools for doing it than I do. It's just really rusted. Don't have your helmet brand. They don't have POC, no, I don't think so.
Right, there you go.
Sweet.
That's for you.
Well, it's still warm, hot off the press.
Yeah.
I just don't have great tools. I had this because, oh yeah, that and then, oh I guess that too. But can you just like slide this up here? Because I had a top tube bag and now the bell's like awkwardly in my crotch.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Thank you. I should probably take off my, because that was squeaking. That's why there's a bunch of gaffer tape all over everywhere. It's gonna have a ton of residue on it though. Whoop. Oh god. This is probably gonna make it worse because now there's tape residue.
You have used some high quality tape.
Well, this is actually, it's gaffer tape, so it's supposed to go on and not leave residue, but it's been on for like probably like 2 years. So all tape's gonna leave residue after 2 years.
Can they email you the report in case you lose it?
Oh yeah, do you email these? Or
well, yeah, I could technically, yeah.
Because yeah, I'm likely going to, it's gonna get wet or destroyed.
Yeah, I can email it to you.
Okay.
Yeah, no problem.
It's kind of dying.
Well, yeah.
Come on, baby. You just got hit at the right spot. There we go. You just gotta get a feel for it.
Yeah, I see, yeah.
It's particular.
Most bells are, yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Do you need something else?
Oh yeah, we were gonna grease the trailer articulation point.
Oh yeah.
Because that squeaks on me.
Let's check that out first before I forget. I will send you the.
Okay. All right. Cool. And I'll tell them about the fucking pedals thing. He needs a bell. I got a bell. Didn't you hear it ding?
Just a second. He's updating
the
bike, so
no rush.
In the meantime, if you wish, we can check the trailer out.
Okay, let's do that. I'll put my shoes on.
Joo. Onko sulla Rokimonta työkalu tulossa täällä?
Ei.
Niin, lämmästä.
Niin siis.
Vähän selapäistä, sulla on vaan.
Siis tähän?
Okay. Okay. No, you won't need anything. I just broke the. Okay. You're on the wrong mic. Oh, no, you're on the right mic. Okay. Yeah, it's just here, and like once this goes and articulates, it starts to squeak on me, and it's janky because these are spacers, custom spacers, also known as zip ties, to get the right height. I just need like some shit injected in there so it squeaks less.
Well, this is quite thick stuff.
Yeah, so it won't like get in there.
Well, basically, yes and no. The only thing that will get in there, like effectively, is some sort of loop.
Yeah.
Basically, but it won't stay there for very long.
Because that's all I've done is like put some fucking chain oil in there, and then it stops it for a while, and then it'll probably be the same thing. It'll be like it'll be good for like a few days to a week, and then
we don't really currently have anything
that would get in there.
Yeah, and stay in there basically. But we can try.
Yeah, we can try that because I'm not actually sure which part of it's squeaking, if it's inside or just like all this rubbing up here. Yeah. If it's up here, then the thicker grease would do a better job.
This type of trailer too.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, not this long, but it's
but like with this
same mechanism. Yeah. I usually take this off and the whole thing off, clean it, and then put the whole thing full of grease.
Oh, okay.
That will fix it for quite a long time.
Yeah.
We could do that for you too if you wish. I don't think that's too difficult. It's just pulled on.
Okay.
If there isn't too many things that will fall off when I take it off, then it should be fine.
Yeah, we can do that. I guess I just gotta try to remember.
Let's try it.
Okay.
If we can get it off easily.
Okay.
Enough. It's probably 10 or something close.
And else it's not effective at all. Well, it is. It just stops being effective pretty quickly. Like, it initially stops it, and then he has a trailer. I have to talk to him about. I'm distracted by that new information. Okay, we keep switching on and off. Can you not do that? Is it the battery? What is connecting and disconnecting? Is it this?
Let's see.
Is it this? Is it this? Interesting. So, like, you have a trailer? What do you use your trailer for?
Well, me and my father, we usually, well, he hunts with our dog.
Yeah.
So we just prop it up. Usually, like
Twitch Prime.
when we travel with our bikes,
Yeah.
like mountain bikes. So you don't have to carry your full day kit in your backpack.
Okay, yeah.
It's quite annoying.
So is yours like a single wheel trailer at the back?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I forgot the brand. It was Burley, I think. It's really similar to this one.
Because that articulation is from Burley. It's just put onto like a custom trailer thing.
Oh, okay. Is it easy to lift up?
Yeah, well, there's a bit of weight. I can help you if you want.
If you could, I don't need to, because it opened from the top down, so I have to pull this out. Yeah,
Good.
All right.
What's the Finnish name for the little tiny flies that are annoying as fuck?
Mäkäräinen.
Mäkäräinen. Yeah, I don't like them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
These guys are quite aggressive compared to regular mosquitoes. And there are also this thing called polttiainen. They are like mäkäräinen, but they are much smaller and they burn, not sting.
Ah, okay.
So.
Because a couple days ago, the Parma started coming out.
Yeah.
Those guys are assholes.
They are scary because they're so big.
Yeah, and their bites, they don't bite that often, like, but they're just like, they can keep up with me on the bike for one, and they're just like circling you intimidatingly. It's just ominous.
Also, when you go to eastern Finland, like near the border with Russia or somewhere
Hear that, guys?
there,
Team East.
mostly, you get these things called hirvikärpänen.
Yeah.
They are like mäkäräinen, but they are a bit bigger, I think, and they won't die that easily, and they will crawl on you, your hair and everywhere.
Yeah.
They don't die if you just slap them, you have to roll them.
Oh, okay, alright.
They usually stick to moose. That's why the name is hirvi, moose.
Oh, okay. Cool. We're on tour.
That should be good. Yeah, we open at 12, so people are coming.
There's all this activity, you look open.
Well, of course, if somebody is in need of help and they come knocking at the door, we usually come out.
Well, you guys are there, yeah.
Just yesterday, Lassi helped there was a couple from Switzerland.
Oh yeah.
We replaced a rear wheel for them.
Oh,
they had
yeah.
a broken free hub body, I think.
Yeah.
I think that's
No, the solar panel needs a clean, but like with it being wet today, like, it gets like spray off the road and it gets dirty real fast. Also, solar doesn't work that well when it's like this. Actually, what are we getting? 6 watts. Wow, that's a lot of power. Probably get like 8 if I cleaned it. It's about as much as my phone is using while the screen is turned on. For all this surface area.
Let's hope this helps you for a while.
Yeah, hopefully. It's like, it's kind of annoying, but like I've always just like, you know, squirt a little oil in there and it keeps me going for another 5 days and then it comes back.
Yeah.
Alright. You tell me when to lift?
Yeah, hold on, I'm just close out for the upper one. Okay, now, please.
Alright.
Actually, I can just put this on.
That in first? Yeah.
Now, I think. Let's see if I can get it. This is the only problem when you take it off. It's hard to get it back.
Get it lined up, yeah.
You can lower it for a second.
If we need to...
It's starting to rain.
I know. If we need to, we can kind of lean it on its side and you can kind of look under it, but...
It should be about there right now, but it will move as soon as I let go.
Yeah.
Can you lift it and put the this back in?
Oh yeah, okay, yeah. Okay. Let me see if I can get this here.
Or we could just put it like this, if it doesn't matter which way.
Does it matter? It shouldn't?
I don't think, maybe not, but...
Okay, well that works. If it works, it works. I don't really care.
It was my first thought that we do it that way, but I was thinking, I
feel like there shouldn't be much of a difference.
Well, yeah, let's do it just like this.
Okay, that works.
We can bring it inside here, so it's easier to look.
Can see the suspicious looking battery and see that we're getting 4 watts of power. Wow. And the very, very important to a bike tour, boots.
Is there a specific tightness that you want to get with this, or is it just?
That was the tightness from stock.
It doesn't really affect because
no,
you have the full thing. So
yeah, I think that's fine.
Yeah,
whatever, it's secure enough that's not going to fall off.
Do you have tools to tighten this if needed?
I have 1 wrench, but not 2.
Well, I think you should be fine because they are like locking nuts, so they usually work with just 1. But that should eliminate the noise for a bit.
A little bit. You want this closed though? Closed?
No, it's fine.
Okay.
Yes. Nopea kysymys Palestine. Mikä oli se syy, mikä se otettiin pois?
Jos me käytin tuota kammetvirtiin ja eturattaan pultti, tai se pulttomateriaali vähän löysää. Oli se mikä aiheutti sen maksumisen. Ottakaa ne kaikki irti ja kaikille pinoille pieni rasva, niin...
Sieltähän se joskus kuuluu.
No sitten Erika, jos kävi eka ajaa, se tullisi se äänen.
Se kyllä oli helppo löytää se äänen.
Joo, se löytyi nopeasti.
Sitten sen jälkeen tosissaan veti tuloon, niin sitten kävi uudestaan ajamassa ja...
Now it's busy.
Ei varmaan tuli mitään muuta kuin...
Now it's busy.
Sillä ei
Katsotaan miten käy, jos ei jatkuu, niin minä palaan.
Screen is so bright.
No se oli kato heti, kun se tuli tuohon, niin...
What was your email address?
Yeah, so it's okay.
Open my email first.
Sure. Kona's a good bike. Yeah, this one is taking. I think it's like the bike's got like 30,000 on it, kilometers. But like, Hitch. Live, L-I-V-E.
It's just easier if you write it down.
Yeah, probably. Alright, where are we?
Okei, no rehellisesti kato, ei meillä ihan joka päivä tuota sukunimeä vastaan, niin katsottiin oikein yllättynyt hetkinen Posiota näkyy olevan.
Oh, at.
Gmail.com.
Yeah, okay.
Ei, yöaika.
40 minuuttia.
Get a hot dog for breakfast. I haven't eaten anything yet. We're eating after this.
I send it.
Okay. Thank you very much.
You can check it out.
Yeah.
It came true.
And then people got mad at me, so if you have, it'll just take a minute. I did the same thing with the pedals because people were telling me all the usual suspects of creaking, and I put the same thing on the pedals, which is not what you're supposed to put on the threading.
Oh, what did you put there? Chain wax or something?
Yeah.
It's fine.
It's fine? Okay, okay.
Of course, you put, basically, the most important thing is that you have something in there.
Yeah.
Because, thank you.
That's a rig right there.
Because basically, if you don't have anything on there,
Yeah.
it will seize up.
Yeah.
Basically, chain oil, lube is fine.
Just anything to stop it from, yeah, okay.
Grease is the best one.
Fine. See, they're getting mad at me. See, he was disappointed with the seat post, but for the pedals, it's fine. Okay. There you go.
Is it still creaking now?
No, I think, yeah, the only thing that was creaking now was the trailer, but you just fixed that, so thank you. I think, like, you guys are busy though, right?
Well, a bit, but...
Yeah, because I think, like, the gearing's slightly out of index. I can kind of just keep it going a little bit, but it'll, like, switch between gears without me telling it to, occasionally.
When you changed the cable and housing last time?
Right before this trip, so...
Quite a long time ago.
Well, it's 1,000 kilometers ago.
Oh, okay. Well, it still should be fine-ish, depending on what type of cable and housing you have, and if you basically just leave your bike out like this, so...
That's true. Because, yeah, oh...
Your shifters here.
Well, yeah, and the bar and shifters, and then...
Is it the rear gears that are... Yeah, okay.
Now I hear, like, disc rub. Oh, it's okay.
Sorry.
No, you're good.
Your cable might be a bit tight, so it shifts prematurely, basically.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So, but you don't have a, or do you? You have a barrel adjuster there. Well, I could put it on the stand and maybe see if I can make it a bit better.
Okay. Figure I might as well try while I'm here. Might have to adjust the camera post. We got dropped.
No joo, toki niissäkin on niitä pyöriä, että saadaan isompaa ilmatilaa, mutta ihan edelleen, jos miettii yhden pyörän vauhdittaa, niin on sellainen gravel-pyörä on varmaan.
Okay, my shit's just like occupying half the store here.
tarkentavaa kysymystä.
Yeah. 180.
Ja onko sulla mietitty näitä tiettyjä?
The store just opened 8 minutes ago and they're busy. Alright. All for free? I think so. The bike fit at least.
Yleensähän se menee aika hyvin.
Meillä on tällä hetkellä tilanne, että mullahan on pikkusen jo rajallisesti myymälässä malleja. Siinä on se, että niissä on aika helppoa kysyntäkohdassa. Tuossa on kaverin laukkuja ehti, mutta kiantirevolttina se on mitä myydään. Eli toinen on kiantirevoltti. Tossa nyt esimerkiksi on yksi meidän myydyttiä keskitason pyöri, kiantirevoltti Advanced 2. Eli se on hiilikuiturunkoinen. Shimano uudella GS 820 2x12 voimaisiin rovalla.
Ei pelkkä vaihteet säädä varmaan. Nyt eikö se on pois?
Minkä? Pitäks on yksi X?
Orpea.
Niin on rakeava kahdella eturattaa.
Mitä siihen meni?
Miten se vaan skräväillä? Millä se on yhdellä eturattaa?
Sehän oli tuolta se vaihteen säädö. Se on sen vaihteen hinnasta mukaan. Ei mitään muista kuin. Nyt vaan lukee sieltä se. Olisiko 30?
Kaksi eturattaa. Silloin sä löydät riittävän pitkät välitykset, jos olet tykkäät vähän alemmas polkea vauhtia.
That shirt says my life is going downhill.
Niin tossa on se täysin hiilurunko. Nykyaikana Shimano on paras lajirikataan vaihteesta, hydrauliset levyjääret, valmiina superkenttää, perushyvät kiekko. Hinta 320. Rajoitus näyttää. Tulee olla lattipostilla, yhtä nykyaikana siellä löytyy työkalumaasta, runnossa. Siellä on kiihdytyspisteitä palautelineille, etupalautelineille, laukuja, pulloteilineille. Sä voit varustella halutessasi erittäin monipuoliset verkkipyöräksi, mutta ihan yhtä hyvin sä voit pitää vaikka tollasen, meillä on peruspulloteilinen kevyet pätkälokarit siinä, sä voit pitää sitä hyvin kevyen leiserihenkisen pyörän. Sitten jos mieli joskus muuttuu, niin voi laittaa telineet, tai meillä löytyy katsauksen holdelta laukkuja, jotka toimii ilman telinettä, niin kiinnittää vaan sun tikkastoon kiinni. Se on ihan vaihtoehto.
Change the stem in the end? No, so the stack height in the front, that's all the same. We just changed the seat height a little bit and moved the seat forward on the rails a little bit. Were the only adjustments. We were going to try a higher height, stack height, but we didn't have the right part here to move it just a centimeter higher.
Mitkä sähkövaihkeet sulla on?
I feel like this is like, yeah, these are dirty. Thought it looked foggy in here. Oh, that looks better. It's the professional lens cleaner, all right? See, like, with so many things, people have, like, the right way to do things. And I always am of the mentality of, I just need it to kind of work.
I think you should sometime soon probably try to change the cable and housing.
Yeah.
It feels a bit sluggish.
Yeah.
And you get these inaccurate shiftings. You have to be really careful to get it just right.
Yeah. But you guys are too busy to do that, right? Like, you're booked a few weeks in advance kind of thing?
Unfortunately.
Yeah, that's fine, yeah.
Right now, it's if you do it like from top down.
Yeah.
One click at a time, it works just fine.
Yeah.
Basically. Oh, not really. It's like both ways. It's not good.
It's just kind of okay,
Yeah.
enough.
Because it isn't just as accurate as
light it to be, and your feed tension is just fine also. Basically, as a click, it doesn't like every time put it into a gear, which basically means that there might be something wrong with your cable and housing. One other thing is your trailer hanger alignment, but to the eye it looks really straight.
Yeah.
And I don't think, maybe the heavy trailer that you have might affect like something technically.
Yeah, no, I could see that. Yeah.
If it bends the frame, like when you ride into a corner or something, it could affect it. But and also it works a bit differently when in the stand than in the while, basically when you ride it.
Yeah.
But now if you, this first one is quite short, it's like right there, and it should, but it doesn't, so you have to a little bit pull it more.
Yeah, I've noticed like even within there I have to like do a little micro adjustment.
Yeah,
like
you have to pull it a bit.
Yeah.
And then the second one you have to do it too, just a little bit over the first.
Yeah, I've noticed that.
And
it's
then
just
also as well, and then again, and then these ones are just fine at the click.
Okay. Yeah.
And downwards the click should be just fine.
Okay.
But it will change depending on how much you are putting force into the pedal, basically. But that should do it. But you have the. Do you know how the pearl adjuster works?
Pretty much no.
Okay. So you either rotate it this way to make the cable tighter, or clockwise from here looking like this, you make it looser. So basically when you are shifting into a smaller gear, or pulling on the cable, so if it's too slow or doesn't go into smaller gear, you can make the cable tighter here to shift the indexing forwards. So you could try to play around with it, but before you get your system fully checked, like the cable, change the cable and housing, and the derailleur hanger alignment, it won't be perfect, I don't think, but it should be good enough for you to be able to ride it.
Okay, cool.
Because I think you mainly probably ride in one gear if you're on flat ground, so, or do you change it often?
I change it often just because like the bike's so heavy, like I don't know, I have a preferred cadence.
Smallest hill you have to, but you just have to pull it a bit more further than the click actually is, so click and then just a tiny bit more, and then you can just leave it there.
Okay, cool, alright. That's good. I got my fit report, got the bike looked at quickly. He's down the, we did the squeaking a while ago. Like a week ago or something. Maybe not quite a week ago.
Alright, that should do it.
Cool. Alright. Honestly, like that? No, I don't think so. Cool. Get that came off of there. So that's everything? Good to go?
Everything,
Alright, cool.
We did the fitting and we tightened all the bolts back up and tried to adjust your derailleur, but really you need to change the cable and housing probably.
Yeah.
Check the alignment of the derailleur hanger.
Okay, cool.
But other than that, the bike's quite good.
Okay. All right, I like it. All right, well, thank you for measuring me up and doing the bike fit. That's interesting to me. I would like to at some point try to raise that centimeter or whatever and just see how that feels out of curiosity, and we'll see how the saddle height and stuff feels. But yeah, no, that's cool. Thanks for taking the time, because I know you guys are busy. So.
Yeah, no worries. I'm actually off today. I was probably going out to ride in Ounasvaara bike park, but it's raining, so I just decided yesterday evening just come here and give you a bike fit.
Oh, okay. Oh, this is like short notice, like.
Well, yeah, the email came like probably 2 days ago.
Okay.
And the guys here, they are really bad at answering emails. So
okay.
Just when I get the time or somebody gets the time, we just try to answer them.
Yeah.
As soon as possible. But sometimes they get like really buried emails.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate you taking the time on your day off, especially.
No, it's fine. I'm on summer holiday, so I have time.
Because no, that's cool. I've never done that, so it's kind of fun to see what's.
Oh
yeah, that's my report. Yeah, but if I got the email, because that'll just get lost somewhere.
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay. Sweet. I'll slowly load up my stuff. It'll take me a minute because everything is. I got a lot of stuff. Cool. Did you know of Twitch and stuff like that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He didn't.
He didn't? So you explained what it was?
Twitch, yeah, it's the most prominent streaming site at today.
Prominent.
Actually quite surprised that you have so many followers and actually people
watching a bike tour. Because the channel's called Hitch because I used to stream, well, and I still do, hitchhiking, so getting a ride from strangers in their cars. And that's where that all started. But now bike touring was my COVID activity because it was like a way of traveling that was less social when you weren't supposed to be social.
Yeah.
Because hitchhiking is like a great way to spread something around. I should adjust this.
I actually watched your stream last night.
Oh, you did?
You're riding the horse, yeah.
Oh, the horse archery.
Yeah, for a bit.
Yeah, no, and a lot of the stuff that we're doing is a surprise because I have, well, who emailed you, Tanya? She is just planning random things for me to do along the way. Because usually I just go on my own and just ride and that's pretty much it, or just hitchhike and don't go anywhere. But on this trip, we're trying to fill it with activities and experiencing things. So it's been kind of fun because, I don't know, I usually don't do as many activities as I'm doing on this trip, like horseback archery. Sorry, this got moved, so we're going to try and adjust it.
Yeah, sorry about that.
No, it's all right.
Where are you headed? Are you riding through Finland to where? Back to?
Well, to Helsinki, and then if I have time in Europe, I want to go through Estonia, Latvia, Lithuania, the Baltics. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, I only have just under a month and a half left, I think. As a Canadian, I just get 3 months in total. But I've been in Europe already, a month and a half, just doing a variety of things. I've only been bike touring for 14 days, 15 days. But I was doing a hitchhiking trip to the convention in the Netherlands before that. So, yeah, pretty much every summer I do some kind of European trip for as long as I'm allowed to be here.
Yeah.
I wish I had a Schengen passport where I could stay in Europe as long as I want to, but because of that I have a deadline. You're good. Gonna want to run away on the parking brake. How do you make an adjustment on the brake? Because just now I'm I can pretty much fully depress the front.
by turning this counterclockwise. So
see, like,
basically
okay.
open the screw there.
I see.
It should be better, but it also brings the pads closer together.
So they'll start squeaking a bit.
Might mess up the alignment, but you have space, so no problem.
Space, okay.
You can see it like there's gaps between the.
Yeah, okay. Just want to make sure I can actually fully. If we can go touch, so it's counterclockwise, you said?
Yeah, but your screw is already quite towards. But basically, we can with mechanical brakes, you have these adjustments like pad in there.
Yes.
When you tighten it, it will bring the pads more inwards.
So then that will also.
Where you have to bring it inwards. So let's try that.
Okay.
Wing takalakari toi polisportin muut läpi.
I just need to be able to like crank that shit. Mechanical brakes, I need to like.
I think hydraulic brakes would be better.
Yeah. You got time to fit some hydraulic disc brakes?
Well, not really, no.
No.
And I don't think I have hydraulic drop bar disc brakes right now.
Okay.
What size is that? 4 is too big. I grabbed the wrong one. Oh, this is 3 millimeters.
Joo, sillä Mars just punaisella värillä. Joo, sillä värillä me saadaan. Jos haluat nyt sen verran kohta tälle puolelle, niin näet sen kuvan. Punainen väri.
Oh, it's all the way in there, so this won't reach because it's.
Okay. Why is it creaking
Se
now?
on kuitenkin tosiaan sellainen RX 220 2x20 luonnollisia ja tulee tuolla RX 600-sarjan kahvalla ja 400-sarjan hydraulisella levyjarrulla ja tupelessa kiekot valmiina hiilikuituinen etuhaara. Ja se on niinku ML ja L on saatavana ja M ja ML on siitä kaikki valmassa.
How's that? Better?
What is the creaking on the braking now?
Näissä on vaan silleen pakko sanoa, näitä on enää ihan muutamia tähän kohtaan jäljellä.
Basically something is probably some small stones or other dirt in there somewhere.
I feel like it wasn't doing that. I don't remember hearing that when I braked before.
Let's see if it's maybe too close now. Is it making noise?
I don't think so. Sounds fine. Because like creaking sounds drive me fucking crazy.
I think that might be something that will go away
You think so?
its own,
Okay.
but do you have some tools with you?
Well, yeah, basic like Allen key set.
Well, this is really simple.
Yeah.
You can, if you look from there, you can see that there's a gap between the a small gap.
Yeah.
And with a 3mm Allen key on both sides, you have a place for it. And if you unscrew it, it goes outboard. If you tighten it, it goes inwards.
Yeah.
So basically you can adjust it yourself.
Yeah.
If
Yeah. I know I'm gonna get real pissed off with that.
Well, we can try to put it back where it was before if that makes any change, but there's basically some dirt or something in between the brake pads and the caliper maybe or somewhere.
I hate creaks.
Meneekö sulla kauan? Teetkö yhden paikkutin sen jälkeen?
Teen.
Puoli tuntia ehkä, niin pääsee aloittamaan pian sellainen karkea työarvio. Niin se on sen jälkeen, niin se vie sulta sen 15-20 minuuttia tossa se, eli sen piti näkee suoraan sen ulos. Ja sit sen jälkeen oikeastaan pallo on niin sanotusti sulla, että jos sä tulet klikkaa mulle, niin kato, mä tilaan ne pyörät joka tapauksessa. Sitten mä klikkaan vaan sieltä suoraan sen oikein koodin ilmoittaa. Tämä on nyt jo.
As they took the whole front brake caliper off, and now when you depress it, it's like it's gonna drive me crazy. Do that.
Sitten me lyödään vaan läjää ja ilmoitetaan, että hei, tilaamanne pyörä on valmiiksi kaavissa. Ja sen jälkeen homma menee niin, että me säädetään siihen bike pit asentaa mittaan se pyörä. Ja sitten kun tuut tänne, niin käy pakepyörän ja...
Yeah, it'll be loud. Yeah, it's fine.
Joo. Vaan haluatko käydä asioilla? Eikä tämä nuori mies jaksaa venata.
Yeah. Wait, no.
Now it's coming back.
Wanna wait for...
There's something somewhere.
Yeah.
Basically, you need a bike wash.
Yeah. But like, how do you wash in all the? Or is it
It's not
somewhere?
squeaking here, I don't think so.
It's down there.
Because if I just write this, I cannot hear it.
Oh, okay.
So there's something in between somewhere.
Yeah. Is there anything else we can do? Because I know I'm just gonna get fucking crazy with creaks. Because I wasn't doing it this morning.
Is that stripped down?
Well, maybe a little bit. It's continued to work.
Okay.
Because yeah, creaking just drives me insane, and that's
It might be even so when you ride it,
yeah,
it will go away like really fast.
just by working through it.
Yeah, maybe, but no promises.
It's just loud. Oh, that's brutal. I hate it so much. Alright. I can handle some stuff, like even like some rubbing, but creaking is like, it makes me insane. Don't brake, just don't use the brakes. Who needs brakes? How much it bothers you? Like that creak we had before was like making me mental. And every time I brake, it's just gonna go. I want to hear it outside. I trust me, I fucking will. Trust me, I will. And those sounds like reverberate through the frame, and they sound like I don't know. They sound horrible.
Your axle is stripped. If
Okay.
I try to move it, it will probably strip more. I have a tool that I can get it off with, but
Yeah.
basically the next time somebody tries to touch it, it's
Oh, it's that stripped?
yeah.
Oh.
You can see how much play there is.
Oh yeah. Okay.
So that's not good, really.
No, that's not good because when I get my next flat, I'm gonna have to be able to take my. I didn't know that was an issue. Okay. And you don't have a comparable length, well, the same length through axle?
Well, I have some through axles, but the problem is the thread pitch.
Oh, it's the thread width, yeah.
How tightly together they are, basically.
And you don't have that, or you don't know if you have that?
Well, I don't know before I take your current axle off.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But if I take it off, worst case, I can't get it back on.
Fair, that was an issue.
But, well, I have a workaround. Do you have a Torx wrench set?
Torx now.
Because if we hammer a Torx, the 30 or 27 in there
Yeah.
should work. But
Yeah.
Bicycle rental. We have only giant Yukon fat bikes to rental in our shop this moment.
And it's also quite tight.
Who did that then?
I don't know, but it's over tight or it's seized up, basically.
Huh.
Yeah, okay. Well,
I have the tools to take it off, but
Yeah. But can you look if you have a replacement through axle with the right thread width? Or you don't think you do?
Yes.
I'm afraid that I don't, probably.
You find it in the internet,
But I can try to fix the squeaking without taking the
yes.
Well, that's fine.
And if you put
wheel
that
off.
in the Google,
If I
you
take
find
the
some
caliper
spot in Rovaniemi,
off
and
again.
they have the contact details.
When the wheel last come off?
Also bicycle rentals. And they have more...
The start of the tour? Well, it came on.
For the bicycle rental, we have only that fat bike and a little bit
But just don't get a flat, basically.
Fair.
Right away, but we have only fat
Well, I think
in our shop.
I'm being a bit cautious
Yeah.
because I don't want to ruin your trip.
Yeah.
Yes, thank you. Bye-bye.
It's always a chance that it will strip more and then you cannot get it off or you cannot get it back on.
Yeah.
But I'm maybe over exaggerating, so
Yeah.
it could just be that I don't have the courage to
Yeah.
open it. So if you
So-
give me permission, I can do it. But
Yeah.
if it's bad,
Then, yeah.
I won't be responsible for it.
So we just have to be calling ahead to try to find, or probably order in that specific through axle.
I think that would be your best bet, yeah.
Is it just an odd thread spacing?
Well, I'm not sure which one this corner has.
Okay.
It's probably just a standard
Yeah.
110 axle, but the thread pitch, how grouped together the threads are, it's
Yeah.
a problem.
Yeah.
But usually they are something like 1.5 or just 1,
Okay.
but it depends.
Oliko täällä minkälainen omavastuusovittu? Olitteko tehnyt sen sille, että teillä oli selkeästi kuluttanut kerrottu, mikä on se omavastuu, kun sä hajoat kyllä sun vuokrasopimus? Joo, lähtökohtaisesti niin se kuluttaja maksaa osan. Joo. Joo. Meillä on siis tehty siihen tulossa se sama foam, mitä käyttää leviä, niin meillä on siihen niin omavastuu myös niin rikkoutumisiin. Niin jos kuluttaja hajottaa sen pyörän, niin kuluttajalla on tietty omavastuu siitä vaurioituneesta pyörästä. Eli se ei jää silloin ihan puhtaasti meidän maksettavaksi.
12 by 100 axle? I don't actually know. We just have to look up a 2019 Kona Sutra and see what through axle they use. They'll give you the exact specs on it. Have a link to your specs? Can you just like post the through axle? Like the length and the thread width? Ventilate tires with fresh air. Is it like the car tires where they add like nitrogen gas to it because it's better for some reason?
Lassi, onko TRP mekaanisessa näissä jarruissa laakerin kuulot tuolla mäntien takana? Täällä on yksi ainakin irtokuula.
Okei.
But just
En oo koskaan avannut vielä mekaanista. Siis onko se mikä on se puoli?
Ei, täysmekaaninen.
Täysmekaaninen.
like power banks have when hitchhiking from Trumps to the Twitch gun.
Sen akselin
I
takana.
think like approximately 100 watt hour power banks, so 600 watt hours.
Mä kyllä oo ikinä
All of them were under 100 watt hours, but anywhere from like 80 something to 99.9.
Mut miksi siellä oli sun akerikuula?
No niin.
That saddle is up high. We actually just lowered it. But most people that like are casually riding bikes have their saddle way too freaking low. Your leg should be close to straight, not fully straight, at the bottom of the pedal. A lot of people like are scared to not be able to touch the ground, so they pedal like this. Front hub is 100 by 12 millimeter. Okay. Yeah, he doesn't think they have the through axle here. Size is 142 by 12. Okay, that's very different than the last person saying. Which one is it? Oh, they had the rear one. Okay, yeah. Yes, the front is shorter. It's your bike, man. We don't know. Well, I'm not just gonna remember the length and the thread width on my front through axle. That's just something you pull up the specs on, and you guys did. So you guys know better than I do. Oh yeah, does that number include the threads? Because that's 100 millimeters and 12 millimeters wide, right? What's the thread? Okay, so I'm pretty sure those dimensions you're telling me about are not actually what we're concerned about. It's the threading. So the 100 millimeters is the length, and the 12 millimeters is the diameter. No information about thread? Well, it's got to be somewhere. Boing. Kona is only using P equals 1.75. Okay. Do they do Konas here? Yeah, they do. Doing the brakes. They were creaking like crazy when I used the front brake.
There you go.
Hey! So just debris like you thought, and you just kind of...
Basically something like that.
Millä nimellä kuin Ikona? Joo. Ja Lassi.
Tuosta kahdesta tuohon sitten tuo päällimmäinen laatikko, niin siinä on jotakin painavaa, se tulee kohta puutin pohjasta.
Joo,
kiitos.
No, rupeamme niitä purkamaan siitä. Kiitos. Moro. Moro. Shimano laatikot tässä on niin kaikki tulee pohjasta. Kaikki Shimano laatikot on paskeja, kaikista tulee pohjasta varmasti.
Yeah, I know you guys like listening to the squeaks and the creaks, but it like, I'm a pretty calm, patient person, but like, they break my brain. Nice. Cool. And then, okay, but
The axle... Lassi, onko meillä tämmösen Kona-akseli?
Etelä-taksi.
Ette.
Mikä kierre? Mikä pituus?
Ei mitään ajoa kierteestä.
Onko se paskana se akseli?
Nylpätty tuo pää sillä, että ei kehtaa uskota pois.
No, on meillä jotain etuakseleita, mutta ei pitäisi tietää se kierre.
Joo.
Ei niinku, en sori, tietysti konan järjestelmästä jos jaksaa penkon, niin kyllä sieltä löytyy se data. Pitäis sitten mennä runkonumeroon, kato konan järjestelmä ja käy kattoo. En uskalla luvaa.
Onko se mukaan vielä toiminnassa se järjestelmä?
No.
Joo.
Mutta se on se arkisto, mistä pitää lähteä etsiä sen pyörän tiedot.
Löytyykö siellä mukaan akselien ja kierteen nousu?
They're talking about the axle now.
Löytyy kaikki tiedot akselista.
Okay. Do you have your bike's frame number?
Frame number?
Tää löytyy sieltä keskialta.
I don't even know.
It should be right there, mate.
Do you want? I can take off the pump if you want.
No, it's fine.
Okay.
Let me just locate it first.
People are saying it's 1.5 thread thing. I don't know.
It could be, yeah, but
Easier to get a new bike. Yeah, every time we get anything wrong with the bike, you just buy a new one. Flat tire, new bike. Sorry, it's dirty.
no. It's to be expected when you.
It was less dirty until today when it was raining.
Quite clean for how's the weather outside. So.
I was gonna say, because it was cleaner until we got the rain, and rain is, yeah. Alright, they're gonna look it up themselves. Because now I'm concerned about having a stripped thread on my front axle, because on my through axle, because when I get a flat, which is inevitable, this happens. How I fix it is you take the wheel off, you take the tire off the wheel, and I just fix it. But if can't get the wheel off. We had this issue once with the rear. I got a rear flat in Ontario in Canada, and the issue was a bike shop fixed the flat for me, and then they torqued the axle on like with a, I don't know, an impact drill, like a like that. Anyway, it broke my Allen key trying to take it off. It was on so tight. So then I was stuck there with a flat tire and no way to like get at the puncture.
Missä on se runkonumerohaku? Mä en oo käyttänyt vaan aikaisemmin.
Se on... Katsopas tuo search for items. Just siellä runkonumero. Kokeile suoraan. Moral group.
Well, I would use impact. Like that was probably a bit of an exaggeration, but however they did it, they torqued it too tight.
En mäkään sitä ole niinku aikoihin sitä runkonumeroa, mutta siellä löytyy arkiston kautta pääsee silleen, että siellä on niinku arkisto, mistä pääsee ainakin katsoa. Mut mun mielestä toi pitäis tostakin varmaan etsiä.
Katsotaan osaako mä tää runkonumero oikein. 98.
Now my Allen key I had there was like a really cheap one, but we still broke it. Searching for items, but to get charged. Well, yeah, if I am getting parts for my bike, I'd expect to pay for that.
En ole ihan varma, mutta... Okei, eli no ota.
Toki mä en tiedä, onko tää se runkonumero, kun se oli silleen, että toi E98G oli siinä päällä, että sen alla oli se. Eikö se
yleensä joku AK, joku melkein järjestää ollut noissa?
Tossa varmaan kulmassa aikapäin ja sitten pois.
No sitten mikä se on
jossakin raapustettuna. Tää on sun terä.
Kato, jos sä löydät sen sieltä raapustettuna, jos et, niin sitten lähdetään hakemaan tuolta niin...
Voisiko se olla tämmönen kun tossahan tuo on, mulla oli vaan, mä katsoin, että se oli E, mutta se onkin F.
No niin, kokeile uudestaan. Mä luulen, että toi on semmonen, että tosta pitäisikin löytyä. No sitten lähden katsoa, siellä on onko se semmonen kuin Archive?
Hitch understands everything? Oh, I definitely do not. I'm gonna sit on this stool. I could spin and make you guys nauseous. Oh, it's great. I think if I need I need a new helmet eventually. I need a new cycling jacket eventually.
Selvittäkö jostain löytyy semmonen perkeleen niinkun... Eikö toi dealer-portta? Mihin sinne on lost sieltä?
But yeah, our issue right now, I can show you this, is this guy. Oh, sorry, hold up. Hard to hold it steady.
Tähän on löytänyt, mutta siis mä oon ehtinyt oikeesti ehkä aikaisemmin joskus niinku vittu 5 vuotta sitten. Niin löytyy kato semmonen...
It's mostly stripped.
Sä löydät semmosen arkiston ja sä pääst kattoo niinku joka... Se ei näistä löydy mistään tuolta.
En mä kokeilin, siellä on niinku prosessi. Tää löytyy niinku yksittäisiä.
No niin katsopa sitten nuo frames, mitä sieltä? Onko se... Mikä
Tämäkin on niinku vaan näitä yksittäisiä pyöriä. Mut se on 19, niin täällä on niinku prosessi.
Not quick release, through axle.
Näin siis tapahtuu on. Jostain siellä on, mä tiedän, että on olemassa semmonen. Mä haepas siis pyörä nyt tossa. Koitan niinku hae sillä sutralla.
When did that happen? I just took the bike in for a big service, and the wheel has only been taken off once since then.
No nyt sitten taas, kun sä katsot sieltä sutrasta, tässä mä klikkaan jonkun näistä sutrista sieltä. Meps alaspäin. Alas. Mitä sen lukee specs, mikä on?
Well, in theory, I was the last one to put it on, but like I just used like I don't put my through axles on very tight. Buy a torque tool? I don't want to bring a torque tool. I'm pretty sure I didn't do that.
Your bike's frame number is not popping up in the Kona World system, so...
It's not real?
You don't have a bike. No, I'm just checking if I wrote it down correctly, but yeah, I think so.
A fake Kona? Yeah, it's a knockoff. It's like how they make fake Rolexes. Someone saw my bike and they're like, we're gonna manufacture a close replica.
Yeah, we don't find your specific bike, but this type of bicycle has a 100 by 12 millimeter through axle, but we don't have the thread pitch.
Okay, because someone watching said they found it somewhere online and said it was 1.5 millimeters.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
And do you have that, or are you just looking so that I can?
Lassi, onko 1.5 Just a second. 1.5.
Easy to find parts. Do they usually, like on other manufacturers, do they put the thread pitch? Would you buy it from a stranger in pub? No, from a real bike shop. It exists. You're linking the article to a Kona Rove. This is not a Kona Rove. Where does it say Sutra? I see Kona, and I'm like, I know it says Sutra somewhere. A Rove isn't so dissimilar to this, but it is not this bike.
We don't
Okay.
have that one.
Okay.
But I think basically every bike shop could order it in. We can do that also, but if you're not staying here for very long, you should order it ahead.
Yeah, I had it. Okay. And hope for the best until then.
Yeah.
Okay, well, it's good to know. I don't know when that happened. Anyway, that's okay. Alright, I think we're good then.
Yeah.
Alright. Sweet.
I'm gonna make some room so we can...
Yes.
Getting cramped by the second.
Mikko laittoi mulle, että vähän epäilyttävää on koko ajan skippaa. Pitää pakata se. Meillä on tossa se paketti, niin pitää pakata se paketti.
Bike shop in Helsinki. I could get a puncture before. Oh, I get a puncture at any point. Sweet. All right, thank you very much. Okay.
Häh? Joo, kyllä se menee huonossa seurassa.
Mitähän se olisi, jos on hyvä seura joskus?
Niin sitähän, kyllähän sinä kahviin sekkaan konjakkia vähän nauttis. Onko?
Kahtakin erilaista, otatko?
En. Kyllä mä tiesin, että sulla on, mutta eihän... Minä ymmärrän, Lassi, sen, että se on pitkä ollut Joroisista pois, mutta Joroinen tämmönen kuin Samu Koponen, onko tuttu?
That was not on.
Niin.
Need my parking brake up.
Kummasta laitetaan?
Ei. Mä arvasin, että ei, että teillä on kyllä semmoista. Niin löytyy heti.
Parking brake. Engaged.
Tää on vissiin oikeesti jotain.
On myrkyn näköistä.
Pääkalon kuvaa jotain.
He's joking about putting some liquor in his coffee to make it stronger.
Ah,
Classic Finnish activities.
I did that yesterday. I was staying with a local Finnish person, and they said they put some cognac in their coffee for health of your heart.
Yeah.
It's good for your heart.
Se on sulle tippumista.
Joo.
Nappasin vielä iskarin.
Oh, my snack bag. That's got to go back on.
Ne varmaan tulikkaa.
Niin missäkään ne on?
Mitkä? Tässä. Tähän molemmat.
Biggest upgrade to my bike I ever made was getting a snack bag.
Koposen Samun kauppaa Mersua. Nelivetosta bensamersua. On siistin näköinen. Minä tää
Joro. Jollakin kahvaa. Onko se Joro?
No katsotaan nyt miten se. On vähän kallis vanhempi, mutta se, että jos se...
Mä konekorjaamaan hämäläiselle Sameille, niin Sameille kävi tinkaan niin. Sitä äkkiä pari tonnia pois, kun se etsii kaikki viaa.
Niin.
Ei, tämä näin voi olla.
It's all folded in on itself now.
Oikein hyvissä maaleissakin, että onko se maalattu ja museorekisteröity. Voiko sen rekistää sitten
What are you doing?
takaisin normaali, jos ei halua, kun sinä ajatellaan
Toisena päivänä.
Niin.
Mutta sitähän kukaan valvoo. Sitten se joku vähän kattelee niin kerran. Eikö se Normi kilille?
Snack bag. Come on, baby.
Kukaan tajua, että on museorekisterissä. Sitten jos poliisi kysyy, niin se on
There you go.
30 päivää jälkeen vuoteen. Sitten katsoo.
Se on 28. päivä minun.
Sitten katsoo, että mittari on kuitenkin 33 000 kilometriä. Tai se tonni per päivä.
No pitkä maama ympäri matkaimäntikin siinä 24 päivää.
Niin. Se on hito halpa vuoteen.
Niinhän se olisi.
Joka neljäs.
Niin 29 on seuraava rekisteri.
Joka neljäs vuosi katastus ja se on joku 100 € vuoteen tai joku tämmönen.
Ja oli siinä. Pitää, niin onhan se lähes Jorosen miehiä nämä on lähes
Alright. Almost everything set now.
Almost there. We just got to load it all up out there. But I really appreciate all the help in helping Greece with the trailer and everything.
Did you crop everything? You didn't leave anything behind?
Well, I certainly hope not.
No siis kyllä.
Well, we'll find it here.
Well, you know my Twitch. If you see something today, just send me a message to the chat.
Yeah.
Because I can just zip back by. Alright, that should be it.
I'm now just going out to get some food, right?
Food, and then we got a few things planned today. It's gonna be a late one. Apparently I'm going for like a midnight sun canoe ride or something like that. Not on a bicycle though. Canoe. Alright. Okay. Parking brake. Disengage. Thank you very much. And thank you. Alright. Here we go. These guys are real nice. They took care of me. And they told me my saddle height's 8 millimeters too high. Empty wallet now? I paid $0 because I didn't get any parts. I wish I could like speak Finnish because I'm... Well, okay. Sports maniac. I can do that. Sports maniac. Maniac. You were at your friend's party and when the alcohol kicked in. I gotta get my panniers. I'll need those, yeah.
You messed them up, so I didn't want to carry them to you, so...
Alright. Temporarily, just you do that.
A lot of like electric wires and stuff.
Oh yeah.
I was like, oh okay, not gonna touch that, so...
Yeah, it's okay. It's already messed up, don't worry. Just like, everything's messed up, just like my through axle. It's great. I break everything eventually.
Yeah, well...
It comes with the territory.
When you're on the road. Your bike is actually in quite good condition.
Hey. Except for the through axle.
Yeah, well, most long distance riders, their bikes are way worse than yours.
Okay, I'll take it.
That's good.
I'll take it.
Thank you very much.
No, thanks again. Okay, thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.